Hello everyone and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue as Guldur, and today the golden wood shall fall and the elves sitting in Erui and Caras Galadhon shall die this day, crushed under the orc swarms led by Kamul the Easterling and Korkal the adopted. Korkal the adopted, yes! To start this off, let's just go straight in to Erui and get rid of Lord Celeborn here, who is the faction leader, does come in with the Barrio y Ingule, which is one of the best bodyguards in the entire game. There are a few better than him, but he is very strong. Bow and arrow, spear and shield, 33 defense. The hard part here is going to be actually killing him. Now, if we can get Korkal to throw some javelins in his back, we'll be alright, but the hard part's going to be getting to that point in the battle. We do have lots of bodies we can throw at him, and if we kill him, then the elves will have lost their faction leader, and all we must do is take down, what is it, Haldir that's in Caras Galadhon? It might be Haldir, I'm pretty sure it's Haldir. We'll crush those guys with our axes and wargs. In fact, this is that dwarven village, so we don't even need the battering rams. I kind of just want to come from this side, just so we can just run straight in there. And so we shall. We have Mirkwood goblins, few Mirkwood hunters to take some arrow fire. Honestly, not a big deal if those guys die. Wargs and sellswords to do the actual damage once the battle begins. Question is, can we actually get close enough to kill these guys without being shot up the entire time? That's going to be the real question. We'll probably want to move our wargs up and around the back flanks here. It might be a bit far, but then over here, and then they can charge right into the back. I'm not really worried about these spearmen, but I am worried about the other spearmen in the group. These properly armed lads over here. Now, can we actually just absorb their arrow fire with Mirkwood hunters long enough to get the rest of our army up there? That would be the goal. That would definitely be the goal. Can you lads just move up and maybe get in range to shoot? That would also be nice. He's going to do a lot of damage to us for sure. Of course, if we can just get the goblins in there, it won't be too much of an issue. He's already targeting our better archers now. Kind of figured he'd do this. It makes sense. I mean, target the better guys. We'll move these sellswords up, get our Mirkwood bodyguards ready, and just start to unleash fire. Now, hopefully, I'm hoping to kill more of these wardens with these arrows than the Barrio y Ingule, because there's no way that our arrows are going to kill these guys. They have a shield, they have insanely high armor. It just ain't working, Chief. It is not going to work at all. But perhaps we can thin down the numbers of the wardens, or at least the warders, I should say they are called. Oh, are they shooting at our general now? That's not good. Don't do that, please. I need him. Keep on firing in. If we're lucky, we can pull them away. Getting a couple kills here. Like 2 elves have fallen. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. So here, can you guys keep on shooting, please? Yeah, they might as well. Yep, if every archer shoots these guys, I think they'll die quickly enough. That Korkal's still under fire, but if we run those sellswords in there, I think they'll stop. You know, they won't be able to shoot him any longer. Our main issue is going to be if we cause our own troops to rout, though, because of these poison arrows. If they make our own goblins run away, then that would be terrible for us. Just absolutely awful. Now we're starting to get some damage in there, but I just don't think we have enough archers. At least they aren't close enough yet to do real damage. Yep, these Barry Ingale, they will probably crush our sellswords if we don't get them in there a little bit sooner. In fact, they're already being crushed right now. Not great. Oh, it looks like he's switching to our general. We can just keep switching the fire from them between these two units, we'll be alright. I think they realize what's the bigger threat right now. Come on, lads, just keep running away. Means the sellswords have a chance to get in. Keep on running in, lads. Might shoot another volley at us, that's fine. These guys even get around the flanks too. These archers should be able to finish off the rest of the warders, and now the sellswords will stop them from firing. Come on, lads, charging in there. If we're lucky, we can kill Celeborn earlier than later, but I doubt we'll be that fortunate. Oh, wow, he's down to only 48. That is not good. Well, we'll just get these guys right behind the wardens and just start firing. Fun running up, lads. You lads move up too. We're gonna need every archer close range. Come on, lads, start firing. I'll put this on time 6 for a few minutes as the cell swords just kind of slowly kill off the enemy here, and we kill off these Lothlorien warders. Come on, they're down to only 37, 31. 15, not bad. 8. Alright, that's looking good. Now we'll just try to shoot these guys from behind with the Guldur archers. Send in the rest to go into melee. Oh, they're gonna charge us, huh? They're not gonna let us shoot, of course they aren't. Alright, lads, shoot them now. We should be able to run our general in there and start to get some axes thrown in them. Now their shields aren't blocking the arrows, but still, they are very resilient just due to their high armor. Forgot we had these Warg Marauders over here too. They might need to hop into combat soon. Mirkwood Hunters not doing so well. These Mirkwood Goblins. Are you guys still fighting off a few spearmen here? Yes, they are. One single spearman. Question is, do the bodyguards have enough axes to actually finish off this unit? They're getting a load of kills so far. 45 remain. Every arrow and axe that hits them should, you know, at least increase the chances of them dying in the next few volleys. Keep on firing, lads. We still have lots of ammo to get through. I think this is our last axe volley. Yep, that was it. Honestly, a lot less than I was hoping for. Remove these guys in now. Come on, get closer. Just point blank. And we get a few more kills. I mean, it's 146 arrows going into these guys, so 146 hit one man, they'll probably kill him. So 29, 28, 27. We're killing about 1 per volley. Not great. But we'll just keep on fighting. These cell swords are pretty much done for. And I don't want to win by city cost, or by city capture. Come on, lads, keep on shooting. They should be exhausted by about now, too. We'll continue the battle if it gets all the way down. Can we do it? Can we kill Celeborn? We'll probably have better luck if we just send in the axes now. Alright, lads, hop in there. Now, one thing that has been changed in version 5, that's not in this build, but is in all the other builds, is if you go to the town square, it is now a 20-minute timer, which is much longer now, so it's going to be a lot harder to actually capture the city by town square. You now pretty much have to either rout everyone inside of it, or other than that, you'll need to kill every defender inside of it, or somehow manage to hold the town square for 20 minutes, and that kind of alleviates some of the cheese that could be done in this game, and stops you from being AI cheese as well. That way they can't just run past your army and go to the town square. They'll have to actually fight you in the city, which makes sense. As long as there's a few soldiers in the city, there would still be, you know, someone there to fight back. Question is, can we kill him? Yes, Celeborn has fallen. We paid dearly in that battle. In fact, these guys even lost some experience. Most kills going to the Guldur archers at 70 there, but our bodyguard's getting 28. Not bad. Celeborn, a very, very powerful general, and getting rid of him here in Erui is a lot better than taking care of him at Caras Galadhon, which we will go straight to next. And I hope we have enough axemen and goblins to take Caras Galadhon. I think we do, plus we have Khamul and his Shadow Knights. And if we take that, then we can go straight for Moria, Khazad-dûm East specifically. And if we take that place, we will be set for money for pretty much the rest of this campaign. Erui falls thanks to Korkal. Lothlorien's leader is dead, and we shall occupy it. Look, it's actually got some decent money. They've upgraded it to a town. It's got 3,900 people. All we need is a Shrine of Melkor. It already has 25%, so that's not bad. Mining network is nice. Thank you for building that. Sweet, that looks great. And now the battle shall begin at Caras Galadhon. How many units do they get? Just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elven Defenders. But we do have 3 Orc Maulers and all these Mirkwood Hunters. I think this is enough. At least I hope this is enough. If it isn't enough, we are screwed because the Lothlorien Last Stand army will appear And we will have to fight a very elite elven army that we are not equipped for. Let us start the deployment here. Look at the golden wood in all of its majesty. All the little yellow pine trees. But of course the main thing being Caras Galadhon in the front and center. And oh, they've actually changed it. This is it didn't used to be this way. It used to be like a really basic like wall at the front. Can you actually put troops up here now? Oh, that'd be so cool if you can. Although I don't see an entry point unless it's in these towers. Maybe there's an entry point there? I always thought it'd be cool if you could go up in these trees as well, the mallard trees. They even have walkways in the center. They have these, but you can't mount your troops up there. Maybe you can. This town should have some actual walkways. Ah, but look at that. That looks so cool. The actual town square and the house there. This is actually my first time playing on the updated Caras Galadhon map, and I gotta say, it is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Question is, will we be able to actually take the walls? Well, we shall see. They don't have any archers, I don't think. I think they have the cavalry unit, but no archers. Our orc maulers are going to be the main way that we take this city, though. Alright, lads, run up there. Looks like they aren't on the wall, so I don't think they actually can take them. Be curious to see if these towers can actually fire. In fact, we're just going to have to collapse into the city gates. We'll speed it up as we kind of wait for our battering ram to get here. They are marked as towers, but I don't think they're firing. Yeah, they don't seem to actually fire, even though they have troops right there. Be very interesting to see. Look, it says cavalry units can't move on walls, so I would think if we had an infantry unit. Oh, yep, we can actually mount those. So if you are defending the settlement, you can put your archers on these walls, and it looks like they'd have perfect cover as well with that little crenellation. Although these platforms look a little bit weird from down below, my only gripe with the battle map is how the heck is that structurally sound? It may have just been like necessary for the sake of creating the settlement. Alright, goblins will run through, along with some orc maulers. I'm expecting most of them to die here, but Kamul and his Shadow Knight shall also enter the city. Everyone else move up, please. Come on, you guys get up here. Pour through the gates. Can we get through these elven defenders? I think we can. Main issue are these warders over here. But with the Shadow Knights being so heavily armed, I think that they can just push through these elven defenders and cut through most of them. Kamul is going to be key here, especially at the front gates. Although one Shadow Knight has already fallen to the elven defenders. A lot of goblins are falling. That was kind of to be expected. Here, come on, let's get the axemen in there. A few more Shadow Knights falling. Axes get in there. Come on, lads, start cutting through the warders. But I want to see these elves get decapitated. That'd actually be really cool if that was possible in this engine, but alas, it is not. No sense in using Terror of the Nazgul until we kill the general. And actually another cool thing here with this settlement, you could defend here and put archers up on this thing, or artillery even. Like catapults up here would be perfect. Fire down into the enemy from outside the walls. And then you get to fall back all the way to the town square over here. You do have to defend this kind of whole side, as well as the right side. But if you can just kind of... You don't have to direct all your defenses in the middle, but if your opponent wants to go around the sides, like I like it. It gives you options as the defender and the attacker. Like you can put troops over here, defend this flank, defend this flank. You can choke point up here and over here where this line is. In fact, is my mouse not showing up? I just realized that. Hold on. Alright, and apparently I had forgotten to turn that on a long time ago, so... I remember someone mentioned in my comments that the cursor was off. But now... oh, that's embarrassing. I didn't even realize for so long that it wasn't actually on. Well, now that is fixed, guys. I looked over at my second monitor, I was like, wait, where's my cursor? Alright, come on, lads. Few elven defenders remain, 39. Most of our orcs are dying here, but that was to be expected. Maybe we'll use Terror of the Nazgul, see if we can cause some morale issues. Come on, lads. Shadow Knights, I need you to be better than this, please. A lot of orc maulers are dying. Maybe we can push them through these elven warders. They seem to be struggling on the scouts, as well as these spearmen here. If we can just kind of get them through and around the other side, I think we'll be able to swarm. Come on, lads. This is where the Orc Maulers do best, is just surrounding enemies and chopping them from all sides. Oh yes, there we go. Now we've got a flank on them, or at least, it's a weird flank. It's more of a pile-in flank. We'll lose a lot on the process, but we'll kill them a lot quicker too and get our orcs into a better position. Look at that, the warder's down to only 29, and now if we push another 100 men through here. Come on, orcs, get up in there, start chopping. Now the elves, the spearmen, when they have their shield facing these axes, they do really well, but once you kind of get past that, it is futile, and all they rely on is their armor, and I think maybe their defense skill still kicks in when they're being attacked from behind. Can't remember about that. Alright, come on, Shadow Knights, finish off these Lothlorien scouts. They're just light cavalry. There they go, starting to die. We'll have a lot of Orc Maulers here. And we won't really need the archers for much of anything. There is still this general over here looking very fancy. We'll send these Mirkwood Goblins just to go up and die. And you lads, can we line up everyone here? I don't think we can. I think there's too many buildings. Yeah, that'll work. These javelins up, you guys move up. I think Cummel, did you capture everyone? Perfect. What's actually this going on the map now that I notice it? It's just a random hill in the corner of the map. Well, I guess if you wanted to sally out and fight here, you totally could. Kind of freaky that it's just all the way out there. And Orc Maulers, I have no idea where you guys are going. This on time 6 as our army just moves up. Come on, lads, get in there. These 3 orcs are all expendable. In fact, if we can move our archers up to here, that would be even better. Oh, Elbra Sentinels are up. Let's shoot those. Don't let them hit the Axemen too much. Alright, Axemen, you might need to run up now. We should be able to occupy them with some goblins, but I don't think they care about them. I think they're just going to keep on firing. Yeah, which is fine. Alright, goblins, just start shooting, please. Amul, I need you up here. You guys go for those sentinels. Don't let them have any chance of survival. Next scouts, run up this way, please. Looks like Orc Defender's going to have to fight those Elven Defenders there. Come on, lads, keep moving. Elbra Sentinels still firing. Maybe we can get around them from the behind here and then flank. These Mirkwood Hunters, go ahead and just run behind them. I think we could probably throw in a few javelins in their backs too. Are we going to get a charge here? No, we aren't. The battlefield's not too great for that. This is a massive blob of Elven Defenders, and these guys are no joke at all. They are powerful. Would be cool if they had their own color scheme for Lothlorien. I mean, they got the silver, kind of. It's more of a blue-silver, kind of like a gray. Mirkwood Hunters, go ahead and just fire into their backs, if you don't mind. In with you, Mirkwood Hunters. Is that all of our units? What do we have left here? You guys need to move up, and you guys need to move up and fight. Here, these Guldur scouts. We'll throw the javelins into the defenders because they have less armor, and these are not armor piercing. All right, Maulers. I think it's time. They won't get a proper flank, which is a bit unfortunate. But between the javelins and the Mirkwood Hunters now firing, I think we'll be able to kill a lot of these Elven Defenders. Come on, Maulers, get in there a little bit deeper if you can. Still a lot of Elven Defenders remaining. Our Mirkwood Goblins are exhausted, but with Cummel nearby, they will keep fighting. And now this is the exact position we want our Axemen to be in. Right behind the Elbra Sentinels. See, it doesn't matter how weak your Axemen are. The fact that they have armor piercing means that they will counter very heavy infantry like this very easily. I mean, these are also massive axes. And they'll suck fighting them head on, and against anything with a decent shield and defense skill, we'll be able to crush the Orc Maulers, but when they run in like this and get free attacks, it is just a matter of time until the enemy dies completely. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot over there, please. Elbra Sentinels down to only 43. They're still trying to fire in melee. I think they're trying to shoot at these Shadow Knights, potentially. Alright, come on, lads. Get in there a bit deeper. I mean, these are just massive axes. I can never get over, like, how giant these axes are. Like, those are gnarly. Like, absolutely nasty. I would not want to be hit by those. Another elf falls. They just keep falling down. They're not even defending themselves, so these big axe swings are just going straight into their backs. Oh, this man's got turned around. And I've always felt like they should import the samurai type animations for some of the best elven units, like the bodyguards and stuff that use these two-handed swords. It gives them super fast attacks, and honestly would just make them perform a lot better and feel a lot more realistic. They shouldn't be slow with these blades. They should be absolutely amazing with them, and I'd like to see those animations be incorporated. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, download 3rd Age Reforged and play as any of the elven factions and pick their Blade Master type units, and you'll see what I mean. They attack super quick, they're super fast in their animation. Sometimes they do these roundhouse kicks, which the roundhouse kicks are a little bit weird, but they just have incredibly fast animations, and they almost don't even stagger. They often like sidestep and like kind of dance in the battle and get between units, and they seem to almost dodge the attacks that the other units do at them, which is pretty cool and really fun to see. And I'd like to see it in DAC for some units, like especially for bodyguards like Elbora Sentinels. They could definitely use it. They'd be faring a lot better than they are right now, as they just get swarmed. Giant overhead axe swings going, and this man taking an axe to the chest and just he's brushing it off for now. How much longer can he actually take that? And see, they can't even really fight back right now. They're just being crushed. We still shooting into these guys? Yes, we are. A lot of our orc maulers are dead. I don't even know what these goblins are doing anymore. Yeah, let's go ahead and capture that place. We'll do another Nazgul Scream. I think they're about to win that fight. Yep, we'll just finish off the general. And it's just these elven defenders now that are fighting up our orc maulers, but they are going down with the cavalry kind of mixed in there. Come on, maulers, finish off the last man. Be any second now. I forget the name of the general here. Yeah, he's not important anyway. He's gonna die. Come on, we'll finish off the elven defenders. They are so weak. Only a few remain. He's only winded too. He's been fighting this whole time. Well, all those orc maulers, they're pretty much dead. Oh, did he run away? Looks like he actually did. Interesting. Oh, geez. What are you guys doing? Don't fire into our own goblins. I think they just killed like 30 of them there. How long will he last? That's the real question. Will he die? Here, you guys run away. We'll continue the battle. It's not over yet. Come on, Kamul. Your prep's my best bet. Kill him. Kill the last elf. I think getting the cavalry in there would be best. They don't get hit by that stagger animation, or the kill animation that the general would have. As long as they can just keep getting those hits, come on, cut him down. We might just charge in our orcs soon enough. Oh, the battle timer is actually going back again. Interesting. Ah, yes, and he finally fell. Lord Calomondorian the Mighty has fallen at the cost of 874 of our orcs to 500 elves. They put up a valiant defense, but the Golden Wood now belongs to Kamul the Easterling. And we should probably exterminate it there. Probably. But I also like the infrastructure, and that's what I hate about extermination. We do kind of need Kamul to deal with those orcs, though, or with the dwarves, so we'll probably... Yeah, we'll have to exterminate this settlement. Fitting seeing Lake Town burning here as well. And Lothlorien has fallen. Yeah, we're going to need to exterminate, which sucks because we're going to lose something. Yeah, we lost 700 gold there in buildings. I think that was like the elven marketplaces. We keep the Mirror of Galadhon, which is nice. The roads. All of music. I'm not really sure what we lost. It must have been markets or something. Anything we can't keep? Everything is actually useful to us, so we'll just keep that. In fact, it might just be taxes that we lost. And only 2,000 remain, and those might as well just be our orcs. Retrain those units, and faction destroyed. Lothlorien is gone, meaning that we do not need to deal with their army. And we are starting to make some money, which is very good because we are going to need it for what we have to fight up in the north. Let's get these Castellans. That'll be a good reward for that. We still have Bjorn's Halls to take. And then we still have Khazad-dûm, plus all the Dalian wars that are happening here. Bur Alj for Bjarn reigns, as well as Captain Ansevald. Actually, Bjarn, what do you have? You got Vidusith and just a bunch of Lakemen. Problem is, I don't have archers. I just have infantry. We might need to pull back and get some like wargs in this army, so we'll do that for now. We'll see if we can train some wargs anywhere. I think we're working on some at Guldur. Yeah, we're getting 2 wargs and some Shadow Knights, so we'll just kind of hold defensively for now until we have the cavalry we need to actually fight Dale, because we really need that. I think we're at an end turn. We need to send an emissary to Rohan, which we don't really have one nearby. I mean, we can send this guy over there, but I don't think he's going to make it in time. No, definitely not. We'll end that turn. And we are under siege, but Lorien has been razed. The timeless woods are burning. The smoke rising from the scarred earth now covers the sun. Countless weapons, arrows, and broken shields lay upon the ground, beneath which the agonizing cries of the wounded echo quietly. Hope has been crushed beneath the attackers' feet as they march to Lorien, despite the valiant efforts of the defenders. And we are under siege from Khazad-dûm. Lorien is completely gone out of the game. Captain Vidar is here. And then we have these Orc Maulers. What do they really have? Khazad Sentries? Oh, those actually might beat Orc Maulers. Honestly, I mean, maybe. Yeah, we don't have enough other troops to batter them down, so I think those Orc Maulers would lose. But we have Ishnaz right here with Uruk Slayers, and this shall be his first battle. We are now the largest faction, which is interesting, to say the least. Guldur, let's get that beast cage. It's time that we get some trolls out here. And it looks like Captain Anvisol, we might need to fight him. I just don't have any cavalry to deal with him right now. Let's hide you right there for now. Stick by Brown Boat. The Snowworks, is that a full stack? No, that's 4 units. I'll let the Snowworks keep fighting the Valesmen here. I'm not worried about expanding into their territory just yet. And I don't know if we can leave Erui yet with Korkal. He might need to hang out there a bit longer. But we don't really need these wargs here. They could probably go up to Dale. After all, we don't really have any enemies right now. I mean, Rohan might fight us back soon enough, but I think we're okay for now. Alright, Ishnaz, take care of Captain Vidar if you don't mind. Be interesting to see the Uruk Slayers in action. Of course, something's changed with the Uruk Slayers from 4.5. But we'll see how effective they are against these sentries, especially if we use Ishnaz to weaken them with his axes and then go into melee and be the anvil for our Slayer hammer. 7 attack is pretty solid. Alright, lads, run up. And we're still in the Golden Wood, which I love. Having the golden trees every time you fight here is super nice. Are they just going to run away from us? Of course they are. Might as well run up the Orc Maulers. It's not like they're going to make it in here in time. Come on, dwarves, don't just run away from me. At least stand your ground. You have 1 unit. Like, what's the terrain at this little hill gonna do for you? Like, honestly, I don't think it's gonna do much for you, Khazad-dûm. Nothing at all. Although we do have to run to catch up with them. Alright, and we are actually already winded. Or perhaps that was their strategy. Walk away, make us waste our energy. These axes actually do a solid amount of damage, but do they only have 2 volleys? Hold on. Oh, they have 3. It feels like they only have 2. Yeah, because that's most of their ammunition. Maybe they actually are meant to only have 2. Let's see here. It says they have 3, but yeah, maybe they only have 2 in the files now. Because I realized it seemed like they really didn't have much. I'm gonna have to double check that. Someone remind me later to double check the axes. Alright, we are running the Orc Slayers behind. That was an awful charge. What are you doing, Ishnaz? If you die here, I'm going to be very upset. I actually really like this shield design, too. This kind of wooden one here. It's similar to the one that Dunland kind of uses, as well as the Anduin. In fact, I think this is the Anduin shield and the Mootkeeper shield there. I honestly miss the Mootkeepers. They were probably one of my favorite Enedwythe units, and they are gone, unfortunately. Alright, come on, orcs, get in there. Come on, everyone charge in there. That's what I want to see. That was a really weird charge. I wish shock infantry was better at doing their charges. Let them just fight here to the death. Only 90 of the dwarves remain. Orc Slayers are doing really well. These are spearmen too, so they're not really meant to do a lot of killing. They're just meant to hold the line. And now they will get surrounded. And now these dwarves are pretty much fighting with their backs to an enemy. Or to one enemy with an enemy in front of them. Their lines are falling. And they shall all run away. We'll ransom them off here. We'll capture as many as we possibly can. In fact, I think we got every single one. We got more kills. It was the bodyguards, actually. Makes sense, I guess, with the throwing axes. They still got like 40 kills with those, which is not terrible. But they did not have 3 volleys there. They had 2. So I think that's a typo in the files, and perhaps should be fixed in the... I think they'd be better with 3 rather than 2, to be honest. I mean, orc bodyguards are just so poor, honestly, anyway. They're very weak. And we'll ransom and get a little bit of money there, and from sacking the camp. Ishnaz, you shall be the governor. And, we'll make a fine addition as the generals of the shadow. Would you like to promote him? Yeah, why not? I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do. Like, I didn't even know that was an option to do, but cool. I mean, so we have servants of the Dark Lord? No, that's not what we want. We just want to look at here. Just, like, up his rank or something? I'm not sure. It's kind of like a weird adoption or something. Yeah, I don't even know what that did. But, hey, he's been, we'll just say, yeah, he's been promoted. Why not? We do have 1,000 gold we could spend wherever we'd like. We lost, Rawberg, but I mean, at least the, what do you call them? At least they'll deal with, Dale will upgrade it for us. We get some more Daratai units, and I kind of want to. Yeah, let's get those and the tribesmen. I want to just keep pumping in the, runic units wherever we can in this campaign. I think it's going to be fun. And that's all of our... Yeah, that's all of our money again. We have Ufluk. Why don't you put a watchtower up, Ufluk, while with that little bit of money we have. Give you a proper job. And I guess we'll have to prepare for the attack at Khazad-dûm. And yes, we finally got Lagarin, I think it was, that died. So Lagarin is back to join our crusades. Actually, where is he? There he is. Yep, Lagarin of the Neck. And did he just spawn in with Mirkwood Uruks? I will take it. I'll take the unit. Why not? Screw it. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty glad about that. Perhaps Lagarin can also join the war up in the north. I mean, Kumul needs to go up there too. But someone's going to need to deal with Rohan. I think we'll just leave orcs to deal with Rohan. I'm not too concerned about them. And if they want to take a Drykarn, then they can take a Drykarn. We got our shrines in Melkor, which is nice. We could get a port, which would help. Not really help with our trade, actually. That is an awful idea. Yeah, we'll get the building ground and Erui. We'll get the rations hut. And I do want to get... And see, we don't have good enough forces to deal with Khazad-dûm just yet. But perhaps we can send a spy over there. We have this one in Bjorn's Wood, so perhaps we can grab one in Caras Galadhon. We're at an agent limit. Maybe we'll just get a diplomat and use him. Action announcement. Yep, Lagarin is back. Sadly, without any of his retinues that he had before. But it'll make do. Now, we could get some Shadow Guard and some Shadow Rangers. The Shadow Rangers are actually pretty cheap. I'm tempted to take those. They're cheaper than Goblin Headhunters, and they're better. Well, I mean, less men, but still, I think they're arguably better. Probably due to the lower man count that they're a bit weaker. So these Shadow Guard are very offensively powerful, but much more expensive too. I feel like I'd rather have 178 Uruks versus 126 of these. Yeah, screw it, we'll grab them all. It's very thematic too. Alright, wargs are done and ready to join up in the battle here. Aglaricor, I guess there's only one unit of rangers here and some longbowmen. You will just have to fight Dale here. We're going to take some casualties, but they need to die. And then we'll have cavalry coming back here to actually help with the Dale Wars. Alright, we'll arrange up our army here. We have a lot of Mirkwood Hunters. I'll probably use those guys. Front line, early volleys. Not even really worried about their formation. Just stand up in the front, lads. 2 Goblin Headhunters can be right behind the line. And we have a solid front line of Dor host. That looks pretty good. Put them right behind those guys, just like that. Gularon and the Shadow Rangers. Don't you guys hang out in the back. which leaves our Castellans. They'll go up front line too. And then we have our flank here of Dartai warriors and spearmen. We'll put those guys together along with the Balkoth tribesmen. That'll be the little orc retinue, and they'll get a unit of Mirkwood goblins. The Runic captain gets to have these guys fight for him, and you know, they'll just be annoying. And we'll put these guys right over there. I know we are the ones engaging, so are they going to come towards us, or are we going to have to attack them? Yeah, let's move up the Mirkwood hunters. We'll start with those. Position the Runic forces on the far flank. Yep, they are going to run. They always like to run. We'll force them to come to us, though. Why don't you guys get over here? You guys all get into one group, please. And go ahead and run up. And let's do Rivermen, Dalian Swordsmen, Erebor Infantry, Billmen. I need to shoot at those Rangers if I can. And Rivermen honestly won't be a bad target either. They're very lightly armored. The army's going to keep repositioning. We'll start to fire. Here we go. Can we kill a lot of these Athala Rangers with our Mirkwood Hunters? I really hope so. I mean, they're incredibly lightly armored, but we're also incredibly inaccurate. Honestly, I think I've talked about it before, but I think they do look really, really well. We're definitely killing these Rivermen and these Dalian Swordsmen, though. They're not having a good time. Oh, look at the sheer amount of arrows just flying overhead. These Mirkwood Hunters have really been growing on me in this campaign. In fact, we've already killed a lot of these Athala Rangers, which is great. We'll just keep using these guys super aggressively. Group 5, please run into position. A lot of Rivermen are dead. Athala Rangers are getting weaker. Well, let's shoot these Dale Cav before they get too close. If we get charged by Dale Cav, then it really is not the end of the world. Come on, lads, shoot them down. Might get a few kills. Two not bad. I'll get a few more. Are they firing at us with Rangers? I think they are. Yep, Longbowmen are firing at our Runic units. Of course they are. They really like to shoot at Javelin men. Keep firing at the Mirkwood, or at the Dale Cavalry. And get you guys out of the formation. You lads charge up. Looks like we've killed a lot of the Athala Rangers. And they seem to be stuck right now, so I'll take it. Still killing most of those Rangers. Alright, Mirkwood Hunters, just go ahead and run away now. You guys have spent most of your ammo. You guys fire in melee. They got a couple kills there. Yep, Mirkwood Hunters are done. Group 4 needs to run up. You guys also need to run up. It is time. Get in there, lads. Mirkwood Hunters, keep running away, please. Don't have much ammo left. You guys charge up in there. Get on those Ravanian Hunters. Keep on running up, lads. Fight the Erebor Infantry if you can. Those Ravanian Spearmen, where is Lagern? Looks like he is engaged. Tear the Nazgul, rout those men off. Alright, Balkoth, throw some javelins right before the charge. Come on, this should do some big damage. Look at those javelins flying in there. Weakening up the Dale Swordsmen before the Dartai charge in. Got a lot of these Goblin Headhunters shooting at whatever they want. What's going on over here? It looks like we're fighting the Ravanian Spearmen. Orc Maulers, get in. You guys chase them. Line's looking good so far. Ah, their general is fallen. I think the rest of them shall break very soon.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Oh yeah, they're all starting to run. It's all coming together. On Balkoth, another javelin volley, please. They really love being shot at, though. Apparently, I guess the Edge knows how powerful javelins are. Like everything is breaking. Perfect. Even the dwarves have decided they've had enough. They can't deal with this force from Dol Guldur. Capture the Dalian Billmen. Don't let them get away. Why don't you lads run up now? Use Serpent Elixir. That'll stop the Thaler Rangers from firing. And look at those javelins coming in at them. Getting what, 6 more? Yeah, not a bad volley. Actually, a solid 10 did go down there. And everything is running now. Now here's the army's problem. No cavalry to chase down everything that's running away. We'll try our best, but we're not going to get them all. Come on, lads. We're going to have to rely on Mirkwood hunters to shoot them down. I think hopefully at least the Daratai might be fast enough to capture them. But will they? I don't think they will be. Yeah, no, they're just too slow. Even when they catch up to the Northman militia, they don't even get to do any attacks. They just kind of fall back behind. Well, I'll give them another shot here. Come on, lads. Yeah, no, they just keep running behind them. Same thing with these. Yeah, our infantry just cannot keep up. Yeah, I'm still going to try to get as many as I can. Come on, capture those Northman militia. Getting a couple more. Come on. And that'll be it, I think. Only 398 for 1252. Doing very good work here. These Mirkwood Goblins getting 40 kills. Hunters 87. 118, 167, 135. So all of our Mirkwood Hunters actually did the most amount of damage to our enemy army. And that is really saying something. And they're just so expendable. Like, you can afford to send them to the front and let them just take damage and get shot and be charged. It doesn't matter. They'll do their damage and they'll do it quickly enough and they'll die. And they're super cheap. What more do you need from a unit? Could ransom them, get 1,300 gold, but we'll execute them. I don't want those guys coming back. We'll hang out in Brownboat for a turn. We could even retrain some of these units. Might as well. Since we're here. Orcs are still a few turns out. And I think... Let's see here. Limhir... Oh, I haven't upgraded Limhir yet. Or did I? Yeah, no, I did get the Shrine of Melkor. So Limhir is just going to hang out for a while. We need to figure out our plan. Now, I definitely want to get to Bjorn's Hall, but there's still so many Velsmen there. And we need to take care of Khazad-dûm. If we take care of Khazad-dûm, everything can just go north. And another one of our Nazgul brethren returns to Mordor. In fact, the Snowworks are even besieging Thranduil's halls. But look at that, Dale. Deciding to attack us with 2 swordsmen and a longbowman. That actually might beat Yagor. I mean, you've got some archers here. He might die. We might not hold on to Enethour. In fact, there's a very real possibility that we will not hold on to Enethour. Yeah, no, we're not going to even get reinforcements there in time. We could send these Mirkwood hunters in. See what happens, but I doubt it, honestly. They're dead. Ah, yes, we got our Shadow Knights ready. They've got the black robes. Love it. And yeah, Enethour is screwed. Anything else we could train here? We could get 3 Mirkwood Uruks if we want to. A bunch of Goblin Headhunters. We're just all of our best units, but I think we want infrastructure. Should upgrade... I think if we upgrade Duenberg, that'll actually be bad for us, because it'll lose its defensive capabilities. Yeah, we could get the barracks. Let's do that. Screw it. The barracks, repair these things. Get those finally done. Rosgabelt, let's get some roads. Get our troops up to the north faster. Captain Borgu, keep heading up there. And we'll need these Shadow Knights. Honestly, we'll need all of this stuff. But perhaps we could send our better units to Bjorn's halls, like the Castellans. We'll get a new army. Lagran's first job will be to have a very powerful and heavily armored force that will go take Bjorn's halls, because we failed last time, but we shall try again. We should probably mix these units here in his army, combine them up. Dwarves might try to take Erui, but I think it can defend itself. I just don't know how much they have in Khazad-dûm, and that's the issue. Because they still have quite a bit, and I think they get defenders. So, I mean, we need to take it. Khamul could do it, we just don't have the soldiers yet. So, perhaps before Bjorn's halls, we actually have these units go west, minus the Shadow Rangers. The Shadow Rangers should go north, but the Shadow Guard will help. The Uruks will help fight. And we'll need to get more Slayers and Maulers. Like, these Slayers are much better than the Maulers, but we'll get a bunch of each and send them to the west, and perhaps even some Trolls, and I think we'll finally be ready for Khazad-dûm. There's Bjarn with his army and Vidusith. And because we won that last battle, I have a pretty good feeling about this new battle that comes up. Although I would like to retrain these orc hosts, and that is definitely not happening for a bit. But I think I'll go ahead and end the episode here. I do have a meeting in about 20 minutes that I need to get prepared for. So until the next episode, my friends, farewell.